When Carl Jung wrote the Red Book, he was not just formulating a new psychological theory. He was trying not to go insane. He was trying to survive an internal collapse so deep that it almost consumed him completely. After breaking with Freud and witnessing his inner life fragment, Jung voluntarily plunged into a state of confrontation with the unconscious, a process he described as his dark night of the soul. During this period, he did not seek rational answers, but allowed himself to listen to what emerged from the psychic depths, even when those images seemed chaotic, violent, or absurd. And it was in this dive, in this surrender to the unknown, that he understood something essential. Certain pains do not come to be avoided. They come to radically transform us. Grief, from this perspective, is not an emotional accident or an isolated event. It is a symbolic crossing of the soul. A rite of passage that tears us from our previous state of consciousness and hurls us into a new psychic configuration. When we lose someone we deeply love, we do not just lose the person themselves, we also lose the psychic representations they held within us. We lose the symbolic ground. Sometimes that person was the pillar of security, the emotional anchor, the reflection of our childhood, or even the envisioned future we had idealized. Grief deconstructs these foundations, revealing not only the emptiness of absence, but the internal collapse of everything that was unconsciously supported by that bond. And it is precisely in this abyss that transformation begins. An abyss that, although painful and often frightening, is also a portal. Jung believed that intense suffering opens cracks in the ego, and it is through these cracks that the self, the deepest and total instance of the psyche, can finally emerge. Pain, in this sense, is an alchemical agent. It dissolves the old forms of the self, unravels rigid narratives, and pushes the individual toward a new way of being. Like in ancient mythologies, where the hero descends into the underworld to face monsters and returns transformed, the grieving person, if they have the courage to remain conscious within the pain, undergoes an initiatory journey. They die to what they were and are reborn as something truer, more whole, more real.